something start ripping off the roof. I've never been so scared in all my life.
Tonight on 48 Hours, Andrew, a hurricane of heartbreak. In Louisiana, surviving the night of terror. To see the destruction at dawn.
I'm lucky we're still here.
In Florida,
it's our dream home.
Facing the future, one family at a time.
I'm 45 years old. How am I going to start all over again? Want some water?
And survivors of Hurricane Hugo arrived to help the homesteaders without a home.
We know what they're going through. Somebody else cares, you know, you're not stuck.
Millions of Americans struggling back, counting up the losses from a staggering storm. 48 Hours, hurricane in the wake of Andrew. Good evening from little Franklin, Louisiana, and welcome to this special live edition of 48 Hours. Hurricane Andrew, feared and furious, roared out of Florida into Louisiana and right into the history books. Here's why. In terms of dollar figures, this may very well be the single most expensive natural disaster in the history of the United States. Now, we had scheduled a 48 Hours about fakes for tonight. That's a good broadcast. We'll show it to you later on. But because of the importance of this historic hurricane, we are postponing that broadcast. Not only is Andrew probably the costliest hurricane on record, it's also one of the strangest storms ever to hit the United States. Tonight, we'll bring you the very latest on Andrew, what it was, and what it's wrought. Is this the worst one you've seen?
This is it. This is it. We've never had winds up to 160 miles an hour.
Well, look down this Main Street. Look at it. I mean, it's destroyed. This is going to take months, years to come back.
No. It'll take a little while, but it's not going to take years, because as soon as our people can, they're coming back. They're coming in. Look here. 1892, Mr. Poplar, 90-something years old. First, as soon as we let him, he's coming back.
He's going to reopen his place?
Oh, I'm sure. He's reopened out there every other hurricane we've had. Hey, there's a curfew, go home, please. Y'all be careful now.
What is it that you want people in what we call the outside world most to know about Franklin, Louisiana tonight?
We're just happy to still be here, for one thing.
Well, several people told me today, said, you know, Van, some of these little towns just won't come back.
They've been saying that about Franklin for 25 years, 30 years, and we're still here. Going home? Okay, be careful. Be careful. We'll survive.
We'll survive. A lot of the spirit in southern Louisiana and in South Florida tonight. Now, once Andrew ceased to be a hurricane, it blew itself out as a tropical storm over Mississippi. Let's check in with Frank Courier in Jackson, Mississippi. Frank?
Dan, we're in Jackson, right in the center of the state, about 2.5 hours north of the Gulf, about 50 miles this side of the Mississippi River. And for the past couple of hours, we have been driving in what can only be described as an absolute blinding horizontal downpour. Water as warm as your morning shower, and yet driven by gusty winds that seem to get gustier as the night rolls on. They tell us about 6 inches of rain has fallen in southern Mississippi since about 10 o'clock this morning, more expected overnight. Conditions are ripe for twisters. Funnels have been sighted all over the state today. 2 tornadoes touched down south of here this afternoon, causing minor injuries. Tonight here in Jackson, people are remain in their houses. They're monitoring developments as what is now Tropical Storm Andrew chugs up north along the Mississippi River. This entire state remains on a flash flood watch and a tornado watch until about 1 o'clock this morning. Dan?
When the hurricane finally stabbed inland here in South Louisiana, there were strange purple flashes of lightning, and there was the woo, woo, woo of the wind. In Morgan City, Louisiana, near where the eye first came in, Scott Pelley saw it and heard it. Scott?
Dan, here in Morgan City, you can see that the damage is evident all over town. The eye of the storm passed just a few miles away. Late this afternoon, the National Guard was deployed to help keep the peace during this emergency. For everyone here, life changed dramatically after one terrible night. Morgan City is no longer a city, at least not in the way most of us would think of one. There's no electricity. Most people can't drive easily from one place to another or even make a telephone call. Hurricane Andrew blew away those things we take for granted.
I've been through about 3 storms, and I've never been through one like this.
Looks like the Iraqi war to me. You know, it's real devastating.
All right, Governor, how we stand on declaring an emergency? All been done.
Cedric LaFleur is Morgan City's mayor. You know, just looking around at your city, it doesn't seem that any building got away undamaged.
That's about right. Just about everybody got a little damage.
What are your problems as night begins to fall? What are your main concerns here today?
Our problem is to keep people off the streets. We haven't had any looting problems or anything like that, and don't intend to have any.
Keep in mind, these are people who know hurricanes. Most of them have been through a few on the Louisiana coast. They've seen bad ones before, but never one this bad. Today, they were mopping up, patching up. Some were even drinking up. Becky Todd is one of those people cleaning up today, putting a brave face on a terrifying night.
I'm lucky we're still here, and the house is still above us. But we got a lot of damage to clean up and a lot of things to do. It'll take us a while, but we'll get to it.
And we found something else Hurricane Andrew had taken away: peace of mind.
I got a fiance that's working offshore. I don't know where he's at. I'm just hoping everything turned out for him all right.
Mayor, are you surprised by what you see around you today?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't nearly expect this much damage. I was amazed. I knew we had some damage, but I didn't expect destruction like I saw today. We're just lucky. We thank God that nobody got killed, and we'll be on the road again shortly.
While the mayor is optimistic tonight, he is still telling people who evacuated to stay away. Morgan City is in no condition to welcome its residents back so soon. Dan?
Thanks very much, Scott. There is a unique, mesmerizing quality to hurricanes that strike in the night. They're terrible for everybody who stayed behind, particularly in this hurricane. And Jerry Bowen, who generally works for Street Stories, stayed behind last night in a shaky Iberia Parish courthouse.
When they talk of force 4, force 5 hurricane, it really concerns us.
2 a.m. this morning. Hurricane Andrew is several hours away, and Craig Romero is one of the few people out on the road in Iberia Parish.
Can you read me, courthouse?
Romero is the county boss, president of this coastal Louisiana parish known for Tabasco sauce, sugarcane, and hurricanes.
Well, I'm on Main Street in Jeanerette, and all the power is out in Jeanerette.
And the main street is nearly deserted, except for the family in the hardware store, sitting in lawn chairs as though they're waiting for a parade.
She's gonna pose for you now. What y'all say, man? Where's Dow? Sleeping?
And except for the town mayor, who can't believe Romero really drove out to see if people were all right.
Well, y'all sit tight and we'll check with y'all in the morning, Dow. They think we're about as nuts as the people in the lawn chair.
You know what? They may be right.
That's fine. You can tell me after the fact.
3 a.m. Back at the county government building in New Iberia. Emergency Services Director Henry Bonke updates the quickly changing storm.
The storm is weakening, and that's the good news. The bad news is the latest forecast says the eye passes over the top of us.
For days now, residents of Iberia Parish have been told that Andrew could be devastating. And Craig Romero wonders if people have taken the hurricane warning seriously.
You've obviously got a lot of people who decided to stay and weather it through.
And a lot of the reason for that is that we haven't had a bad one in such a long time. People think they can withstand the forces that are coming.
Yesterday, county jail inmates were put to work filling sandbags for homeowners in low-lying areas. Businesses put up the last plywood to prevent windows from shattering in the storm. And the Shuest clan, shrimp fishermen for generations, decided to ride out the hurricane on their boats, tied tight to the bank of an inland waterway.
I say we can't go stand on the end of the point and stop it. If it's coming, it's coming. We can't back it away.
Well, aren't you concerned about your safety out here?
And boat's gonna rise with the water, though.
That boat right there, I'm just as safe as about anywhere as I can be. So more or less, we'll fight it with the boat as long as we can.
When I was small, our house fell like that.
Others eagerly went to the shelters, generations of families seeking safety.
And that's my daughter and my son. The other one is my granddaughter.
Is your whole family up here?
Oh, yeah.
Romero's wife and 6 children are holed up in the government center. His sister and her 2-month-old triplets are there too. The fortress-like building has become a refuge for all county employees and their families.
We got one firefighter injured. He's conscious.
And down in the basement, the command center is getting busy.
We've got large trees down on both ends. Our patient's not doing very good.
4 a.m. Andrew has come to town, and he's trouble. The winds are gusting up to 160 miles an hour. No one can venture out to help.
We can't even get units to it. Okay, Henry, this wind has to be 100 miles an hour, I'm in.
Okay, Jeff, this is what we're going to do. You making the right call. Sit tight. As soon as the wind starts dying down, give me a holler, and we'll start cutting our way to you from this end as well.
With daylight, the destruction in New Iberia is slowly revealed. For a night when the hurricane winds sounded like a dozen freight trains on the loose, the destruction appears limited. Many trees down here, but less property damage than feared.
Got electrical wires in the tree?
Craig Romero's first stop this morning is the New Iberia High School. Last night, it looked like this, a warm shelter for 750 evacuees. And then the rains and winds came. The roof was destroyed, and the water poured in. It was one of 2 area high schools damaged. But amazingly, no one was hurt here.
That's the best thing. Go to where they're bringing the people, because you can't live here. You can't stay here with all of this. It's just going.
It wasn't that the 65,000 residents of Iberia Parish didn't have time to prepare for Hurricane Andrew. There were days to shore up buildings, homes, and offices. But in the end, time wasn't the only factor.
Well, I don't know if this was a hurricane or a tornado or what, but we had a customer in this room last night at 1:30. And of course, when the building started blowing away, we got it out of here, got them down to our meeting room. Of course, then the roof blew off.
Luck played a role too. Motels were jammed by visitors who believed that rented rooms were safer than their homes. Tonight, they just feel lucky to be alive.
The wind was blowing really hard. Everything was coming this way, so we were like hanging onto the back of each other's jackets. Now I'm gonna cry. It was scary. But we're all right.
You made it.
Yeah, we did. We were all safe.
Susan Henschel did make it, and so did the triplets. They mostly slept their way through Andrew. And the shrimp fishermen? No word yet on how they rode out the storm. The road to their inland waterway was impassable today because of high water. It's been an anxious 48 hours for thousands of people here in Iberia Parish. Those who lost their homes, those who lived with the fear. People who thought Andrew was bad enough.
In the world of luxury automobiles, you expect aerodynamic styling. A beautifully crafted, leather-trimmed interior, the uncompromising safety of driver's and passenger side airbags, and the superior performance of a 24-valve engine. You just don't expect it to be so affordable. The Acura Luxury Lease Program. It's more than a lease. It's a legend.
Sears Die-Hard Heat Handler. Engineered to handle the heat twice as long as other high heat batteries.
Out here, my battery gets baked.
Die-Hard Heat Handler. The battery you can count on for more power when you need it most.
At Red Lobster, it's going, and soon to be gone. Our full pound of shrimp special. Whoops, overflowing your plate. A full pound of shrimp. There's so much, you may need a doggy bag. At Red Lobster.
In a small town, everybody has a first name. Everybody has a smile. And almost everybody has a secret.
What the hell is this?
See what I mean?
Find out what's behind picket fences. Fridays this fall on CBS.
An AL East collision. The Brewers battle heavy hitter Joe Carter and the Blue Jays, or see the Reds face the Mets. Saturday on CBS.
A new show.
Dad, you created a comic book? I didn't know you used to be interesting.
New laughs.
I'm Bob McKay.
Middle-aged hit you like a truck, didn't it?
New heart.
Come on, Bob, show me. Show me your anger. I don't have any anger.
A brand new Bob. Fridays this fall on CBS.
As of Monday morning, Hurricane Andrew had already just barely skidded past one major American city, and then, once into the Gulf of Mexico, it seemed headed dead on for another, New Orleans. But New Orleans itself sustained only minor damage. Its legendary system of levees has apparently held off what high water there was. But most importantly, Andrew's top 140-mile-an-hour winds came in well west of New Orleans, leaving residents there breathing the Big Easy. Authorities in Florida say they are concerned tonight about many of the older Americans who have moved into shelters, worried that they are in danger of dying because of heat and lack of running water, food, and medications. In all, officials are now estimating 100,000 of your fellow Americans were left homeless in South Florida alone.
From the air, you can see how enormous the destruction is. Mass destruction is the label we give it. But get up close and you can see that for every victim, mass destruction is really individual, singular, personal destruction.
Forgive me for asking this, but when you look at what used to be...
I went crazy. That's all I had. I went out of my mind. I started going, my God, Jesus, where do I go from here?
Mary Bennetson is one of those people who lost everything.
It's sad. It was a very pretty complex. We had the pool, we had the tennis court, we had a barbecue area. Look at it now.
Until 2 days ago, Mary lived in this building in Homestead, Florida.
You have to be very careful because there's no banister here, there's no rails.
Oh, jeez. This is where you lived?
This is where I used to live. That's why I can't come and look at it. You can't. all your life you work to have a little something to live comfortable, because I did live comfortable to come to this.
You're a religious person?
I am a very religious person, but I don't think they heard me.
What does this do to your faith?
You get to lose it a little, I guess. I don't pray anymore. There's no more praying left in me. There's no more hope left in me. My dining room was there, and my stereo was there.
Isn't it strange?
Look at
Total
this.
destruction,
Look at
and this is
one is left.
and this is hardly scratched.
Well, at least I get to take one home. Thank you.
We tend to call this rubble. This was somebody's house. Somebody lived here. Not long ago, this was their kitchen. There's a stove here. There's cabinets. Look at this. Look at this. They save pennies. Real people lived here. This isn't rubble. This is a part of somebody's life. But when you look at this, it's hard to imagine that this is Wednesday night, 48 hours ago, this was somebody's house.
That's right. People were living there. People were living there. Family was living there.
This is what Bob and Terry Luker came home to after the hurricane. This used to be their neighborhood.
They were homes, individual homes, so just kind of like a townhouse, you know. Individual homes, and I would say there's 2.5 gone right here. 2.5 homes gone right here.
Terry, you don't have to hide your face or anything. I mean, a lot of us are crying over this. We talk about the tens of thousands left homeless, the millions without electricity, the billions of dollars in damages. But the numbers are so big we can hardly grasp what they represent. They become statistics. But every one of these statistics has a face and a name. His name is Lance Rossi.
We lost everything. There's nothing. Even clothes were gone.
What'd you think when you came back and saw this?
I stayed through it.
You stayed?
I was here. I put a table in the middle of that floor over there and had my family get under it. There was nothing else I could do.
They say that disasters bring out the best in people, and it's true. Neighbors helping neighbors. But it's also true that disasters bring out the worst in people.
It's a shame you have to walk around the U.S. like this.
He's defending himself against looters. So is he. Will you use that gun if you have to?
Huh? If somebody breaks in our house, and if I have to use this gun to protect myself, yes, I would, sir.
You'll be hearing a lot about how life will slowly but surely be getting back to normal after Hurricane Andrew. But take a look. This is one of those things about hurricanes and about destruction that isn't totally true. Life around here isn't ever going to be normal again. This was your home.
Yes.
This.
Yes.
Her name is Janet Cran. And when you looked at this?
Well, there's nothing, you know, what can you do? I was afraid to come near it, and then I thought, I've got to see. And
when you saw it?
I thought there would be nothing. I thought we wouldn't be able to salvage anything. But then I got to digging. I've been crawling underneath there. I've been everywhere, and just looking to see. You never know, and I keep finding things. And thank goodness it was all right. And my pennies.
Now, how do you figure this? Look at this. Total
disaster.
And let me call you sweetheart on the carousel is still working.
Still working.
This is what mass destruction looks like. And it also looks like this. And this. And this.
Every hour, I look up to the sky and I say, how am I going to start all over again? And there's no answer.
The destruction is so enormous, the suffering so deep, it's hard to grasp the big picture until you see the little picture.
Every Kraft single is made from 5 ounces of milk. How did they do that?
Well, first you bite a hole. See? Because you gotta have a place for the milk to go. Then when it's all filled up, the hole disappears.
Kraft singles are made from 5 ounces of milk. That's why they taste better than imitation cheese, made mostly with oil and water.
That looks good.
Milk makes every single Kraft single taste better. Look for Kraft Light singles, too.
Look what's popping up, fat-free. Special K waffles from Eggo. Once you see how good fat-free can be, oh no, you never let go.
No way. It's all mine.
Special K waffles from Eggo.
Eggo Special K waffles. Crisp, delicious, yet every bite fat-free, cholesterol-free, and just 80 calories per waffle. See how good fat-free can be.
Oh no, you never let go. Nah. Special K waffles from Eggo.
You told us it helps, so we're keeping at it. We're rolling up our sleeves and rolling back prices on hundreds more items at Walmart.
Roll back America.
Slick 50 engine treatment was $23.94, now $18.87. SOS soap pads were $178, now $127.
Roll back America.
We're really rolling now at Walmart.
Roll back America.
Always the low price, always.
I created the Hat Squad because I wanted to do a show about 3 foster brothers who are police officers who have come from tragedy. These are guys that were victims of violent crimes themselves. Their own parents have been murdered. The hats are a signature for this unit because they believe that they can recreate that time when maybe justice in America was a little bit easier to understand than it is today. You know, if the Hat Squad is after you, people know they better get out of town.
The Hat Squad, Wednesdays this fall on CBS.
They couldn't have their own children, so adopting Megan was the answer to their prayers.
Then the devil came by and ripped her away from us.
The birth mother got her baby back. So whose baby is she anyway?
The state told us that this would never happen.
Watch an all-new Street Stories with Ed Bradley, Thursday night at 9.
Cindy, Blanche, and Nora are too old to be young.
What are you dreaming about these days, Cindy?
I dream a lot that I'm making out in the car with Kevin Costner.
And too young to be old.
Calm down.
I am calm!
Just take a deep breath.
Welcome to Middle Ages, a special 2-hour premiere, Thursday, September 3rd.
Tonight on CBS Late Night, Dangerous Curves.
Back live now from Franklin, Louisiana. Let's go over to Houston and one of the world's ranking experts on hurricanes, Dr. Neil Frank, who's with our affiliated station, KHOU-TV. Dr. Frank, Andrew, first hurricane of the season. Is this indicative of the kind of hurricane season we're going to have?
Well, Dan, let me add just a quick personal note. I was really touched by those pictures out of South Florida, and my heart goes out to those people who were my friends for a good many years. Now, specifically to your question, we don't know. The only person that I know of who has done much work in trying to establish whether we're going to have a active hurricane season or not is a good friend of mine, Dr. Bill Gray at Colorado State University. And in looking at all of his parameters, he's saying that we'd ought to have fewer storms this year than we would normally have. I would remind you that that was also true in 1983. We only had 4 named storms that year, but one was Alicia, and we well remember Alicia here in the Houston area.
But Dr. Frank, what about the theory, very quickly, that the so-called greenhouse effect is causing us to have more hurricanes? Any empirical evidence of that?
No, not at all. And, of course, we just don't have a long enough period of record to establish whether there is even a trend in warming or cooling, and therefore we have no knowledge about whether the increase in hurricane activity is related to that.
Sorry. Thank you, Dr. Neil Frank in Houston. Thanks for all your help during this important week. Now, no doubt you've heard and seen about the looting in South Florida. And here in Franklin tonight, by the way, a state trooper armored vehicle just went down this small town street. But you know, there's another side of human nature that's coming out in South Florida. It's coming from people from the north, people who know firsthand what's needed after a hurricane strikes. John Roberts is in Homestead, Florida.
Everybody okay? Everybody okay?
This is the way people have been living in the aftermath of Hurricane Andrew.
Milk is milk these days, honey.
Tastes pretty
as long
bad.
as it's wet.
But as they try to cope, they're not alone.
Does anybody have any injuries? Everybody okay?
They're getting help that they didn't expect from people who've been there before.
I got every PO medication, injectable medication, anything that we need, we got.
Bill McCauley was with the Emergency Management Office in Charleston when Hurricane Hugo roared through 3 years ago.
Bill, this must be a real sense of deja vu for you. I didn't ever think I would ever come back to a situation like this. It was...
Macaulay's contribution to relief efforts was to find a home for a Red Cross emergency aid station.
We broke into the school. We opened it up. We didn't have any insulin. I got insulin. We didn't have any toxoid. I got toxoid.
We tried to bring love down here and help them out because we know what they're going through.
And there are other Carolinians in South Florida.
We learned big time on the job, no question about it. Now we're experts.
Hospital worker Cliff Garton drove 15 hours to help with the cleanup and lend some moral support to workers at the Homestead Hospital.
Oh, we bought water, linens, hospital gowns, emergency portable generators, chainsaws. We bought the stuff that we thought it would take to help these people get by.
I think they're more like angels, the goodwill that they brought. I mean, it really, really gave us a boost.
Other veterans of Hurricane Hugo set up a MASH unit to care for the sick, injured, and a lot of pregnant women.
We've had 3 ladies that were ready to have their baby.
They're looting everywhere. It's embarrassing the way these people are a bunch of thieves, man.
Keeping up with the looters has overwhelmed Homestead's police force.
What we're going to do? We're going to drive back over to the store. Yeah. And you're going to put it back. Okay.
Volunteers from the Charleston force came down to relieve some of that pressure.
Well, you put on a uniform, you put on a badge, serve and protect. We help everybody.
For these veterans of Hurricane Hugo, no task is too large or too small. Their reward is to use what they've learned in a life-changing event to soften the blow for others.
Still to come on this live 48 Hours Hurricane Special. Near ground zero, 2 Louisiana women find it any port in a storm.
Everybody's okay. That's the main thing. Everybody's alive.
And we'll give you a sense of what it's like to face hurricane winds. Here's a hint. Over 100 miles an hour, it becomes very scary. Stay with us.
Last night, Russ Beeler, owner of Lake Edna KFC, opened Hammer's eyes to new popcorn chicken. Delicious, crispy, bite-sized morsels. A whole new way to enjoy the Colonel's chicken.
Come on, Hammer.
The problem was, no one could get him to go on until the last piece was gone.
Now that's pop.
New KFC popcorn chicken. Treat yourself for $1.99, the band just $5.99 in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
What's most important to you?
My wife. We've been married for 31 years.
32. Definitely these guys. What's most important? Jack, of course.
My granddaughter, Susan. The new Ford Crown Victoria now offers anti-lock brakes with traction assist and dual airbags. Because shouldn't your car know what's important to you?
Have you driven a Ford lately?
48 Hours will continue. This is CBS. Live from WWL-TV, this is an Eyewitness News Watch.
I'm Hoda Kotb. Coming up on Eyewitness News Night Watch, assessing the damage after Andrew. We'll have several reports from Morgan City to the president in New Iberia to the aftermath in Grand Isle. And we'll tell you what schools are open and which are closed tomorrow. Plus, Dave will tell us where Andrew is now. We'll see you again at 10.
With a family of New Orleans, with our own special way to celebrate life's big events and the little things each day. Our hearts and our words, our souls and our food. We're facing our future with a brand new mood. Coming together, the family of New Orleans.
Taking pride in what's uniquely ours. The Whitney.
When the Real Superstore says we're cheaper than Schwegman and Winn-Dixie, we mean on every grocery price. And you can believe it.
The Eagles will go south. The Bears will hibernate.
Yeah.
And Saints fans will win.
Now you can cheer the Saints with a McDonald's collectible Zubaz glass. Just 39 cents each when you buy any extra value meal featuring Coca-Cola Classic.
So what about the Falcons' game plan? It won't fly.
Meteorologist Dave Barnes, weeknights on Channel 4.
We're here in the part of Louisiana hit hardest by the storm. This is the small town of Franklin, which had sustained winds of 140 miles an hour last night. And we're bringing you a special live edition of 48 Hours. Andrew announced his intentions on Sunday. That was in the Bahamas. 4 dead and some serious damage there. The people of South Florida took note, and most took off.
You can look out and see the ocean. You ought to be gone.
As night fell on the beach, more storm preps were underway. But for the most part, the streets are empty, almost eerie.
Thinking about the high winds and stuff, you know, we thought it was better for us to come to a shelter.
Shelter managers are trying to cope with too little food, too few blankets, and kids too keyed up to sleep.
As time ran out on shoppers stocking up on essentials, so did their patients. Anxious customers who'd waited in line for 2 hours to get inside tried to muscle their way in.
They destroyed every single thing that was on the shelf. They destroyed it. They went mad. They're crazy.
Everybody here waiting for plywood?
You can't play with Mother Nature. No, I think people should take it serious. Very serious. And seek shelter immediately.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Wake-up call started as early as 3 o'clock this morning on South Miami Beach. Wind gusts have been up to about 75 miles an hour.
Just before dawn, officials clocked wind gusts at an incredibly powerful 164 miles per hour.
This is, by anybody's standards, a hell of a hurricane.
The front door opened. Wind came in like nothing I'd seen before. We got soaking wet. Water went everywhere. Then the roof went off.
Wind blew the glass in. Then I had the hurricane inside with me.
In a flash, Hurricane Andrew turned Miami into a paradise lost.
We have nothing. Nothing at all. We don't even have a roof in the house, don't have nothing. Everything and everywhere, it's just gone. We've lost everything and everybody's homeless. I don't know what we're going to do.
Survivors couldn't believe the wreckage. At least 50,000 people were left homeless.
20 years. It's all gone.
The word is incredible. The place is an overpass near Homestead, Florida. The main force of the hurricane winds came through here.
There's no house. We have no house to go back to. And Paul, my brother,
my
you see him? You see him? Brand new. Up in Pensacola, come get us. Don't cry.
Even Homestead Air Force Base was gutted. 4,600 servicemen were evacuated. 2 F-16s destroyed. Nearby hospitals are inundated with victims.
A lot of the area that we see around here now looks like a war zone, and haven't seen the likeness of this since Vietnam.
Homes and stores look like they've been blown up by bombs.
It looks like Beirut. Looks like Lebanon during the war. You go from a tax-paying person with a home to a homeless person. Somebody send some help. We need it. When Hurricane Andrew hit Florida City, no building was left untouched. In most places, no building was left.
I spent 4 years in Vietnam, and I wasn't that scared. At least I knew where the bullets were coming from.
Tragedy often brings people closer together. That's human nature. But then there's the other side of human nature.
Leave everything in your hands, just drop it and come out.
The looters over there, you take the stuff out of the building to try to save it, and while you're going back to get something else, they're going over there and picking it up off the ground. See, they're letting you do the work for them. Take a gun and shoot every damn one of them.
Why are you here?
Why am I here?
Yeah.
To keep my store under control.
I just feel that it's extremely important that everybody works together and that we find a way to get through this without tempers flaring.
I have gas. I cannot pump it. Please be patient. We're trying.
Hey, to the back, baby!
Like Cuba, exactly like Cuba. It's the same it is. Every time you see a line, you just stop there and you get whatever it is. You don't care what they're selling.
Good afternoon. Hurricane Andrew continues on its course towards the Louisiana coast.
The second most popular form of hurricane protection is sandbagging, and these sacks are being sold at a premium price of $2.75 apiece.
Forecasters said New Orleans would be spared the core of the storm, but no one is taking Andrew lightly.
You worried about what it's going to look like when you come back?
Not expecting nothing when I come back.
The most precious possession a lot of people have down here is a boat. So you can see them moving the vessels further up the bayous, tying them down to trees, and hoping for the best.
Winds here in Morgan City are being clocked at over 100 miles an hour. We have rain, flooding, a great deal of wind damage.
Homes smashed by at least a dozen tornadoes.
We're on the main street in New Iberia. The rains are not letting up.
Everything's all right. Just relax.
Don't panic. Woo! I ain't never been through this, y'all. All right, stay calm. Y'all doing great.
It's hard to describe the power of these winds, but an hour ago I couldn't even stand here.
The storm is still alive and well, even though they say it has been downgraded to a Category 3.
Just when you think it's over, it isn't. This is a Yogi Berra kind of storm. It ain't over till it is over.
David Martin has been through hurricane-force winds before, not in Hugo or Andrew, but under controlled conditions. He'll tell you, he's about to show you, that it's no place for a human being.
Every time a hurricane hits the United States, we come out here to the wind tunnel at the University of Maryland to try and give you some idea of what a hurricane-force wind is really like. This is Bob Wozniak. He's a project engineer here at the wind tunnel. Right now, let's see, we're at 30 miles an hour, which I guess you wouldn't call anything more than a stiff breeze. When do you start getting up into the neighborhood that people would call a hurricane?
Well, it's around 70 miles an hour is the threshold for a hurricane.
70 miles an hour. Well, let's start going up toward 70 miles an hour and start to get the feel. About what speed do you get where it's going to be tough for us to stay out here?
Well, right now we're coming up on 50 and you can already feel it. I think about 65 or 70 is where it takes everything you've got to just maintain your balance into the wind. Well, actually, a smaller person has a better chance of not getting blown away in a tunnel like this. As you can see now, I'm having a difficult time standing here now.
Okay, well, it says 60, so we're going to excuse you, and I'm going to stay here for a little while.
Okay.
I'm going to take off my glasses, because they're about to go anyway. All right, that's 70 miles an hour. Half of what the winds were when Hurricane Andrew came ashore. Now we're at 80. Your mouth is so dry you can hardly talk. It's hard to control your hands. Okay, let's do 90. 90. That's all I can do. I guess I can walk a little bit. Enough to get caught out in something like this. I guess I'd just get down as low to the ground as I could and hope that nothing came along and hit me. But I sure as heck couldn't go anyplace. I sure as heck couldn't do anything. I don't know how much longer these pants are
I could not walk from here to that camera if I had to.
Of all the things around your house that need batteries, there's one thing that needs a good, fresh battery most of all. See your Allstate agent for a free home fire safety brochure. And please check the battery in your smoke detector often.
Here's your orange juice. You wait here, and I'll go get your breakfast.
100% pure Florida quality orange juice. It makes you feel so good.
How'd you do that?
Finally, a chance to get away.
Moments like this call for Gold MasterCard.
We could find a romantic hotel.
In Paris?
It has the added credit you've earned.
You could sneak off to the beach.
Yeah, Maui.
Plus, no card is accepted in more places at home and abroad.
Or we could take a trip we'll all remember.
Gold MasterCard, the best gold card to master the moment.
There's a gasoline that's specially formulated to help your engine run clean. It helps clean carburetors and fuel injectors and helps prevent harmful deposits on intake valves. And that means better mileage, better performance, and less pollution for our environment. It's Conoco. That's why Conoco isn't just another gasoline. It's the hottest brand going.
Win cars, cash, and gas during the hottest brand going game at your participating Conoco.
He was a phantom of the dark who preyed on ladies of the night.
The act of a madman.
Something's got to be done. Who was he?
A real life Jekyll and
A
Hyde.
saint
And a beast.
Somebody must know something.
Is this what you saw in your vision?
What is this? The startling truth about Jack the Ripper, Sunday.
Guess where I'm gonna be?
Friday night on CBS.
Check us out.
Look who we've got lined up. Your favorite stars are signed up. Friday, ha, ha, ha.
That's where I'll
be. The women and Bob agree. It's a non-stop laughing spree. Friday, ha, ha, ha.
Designing Women and Bob Newhart are making Fridays funny on CBS.
Two cops on the mean streets of America. One, a by-the-book insider.
We're in pursuit of a murder suspect, and you're in pumps in a skirt.
The other, an outsider on the edge of the law.
I broke my butt getting up here.
Reluctant partners.
You worried about your career? Damn right.
Robin Gibbons, Pamela Gidley, Angel Street, Saturdays this fall.
By noon today, Hurricane Andrew was downgraded to a tropical storm, but that doesn't mean that it's all over. There's still plenty of rain and the potential for destruction for anybody in the path of what's left of the storm. Now, when a big hurricane builds up, you sometimes spend time in a place that you wouldn't otherwise go. Giselle Fernandez has a story to tell about that.
I-90, the broken corridor to New Iberia, one of the towns here hardest hit.
We was kind of scared, but then...
Mabel's Lounge stayed open last night.
So I bought groceries for everybody. We fed everybody.
A pool hall turned refuge for family and friends.
They slept on pool tables. They slept on the floor with mattress on the floor and everything else, but they slept over in the rain. Huh?
You put sandbags up, I see, to keep the water out. How was it last night?
Just terrible. God.
Yeah, what did you see?
The wind, the water, the wind.
So you have your family here who came?
My kids and grandkids. My ex-husband and his wife was over here. We prayed. And God has answered our prayers.
That's right.
You rebuild when you lose. You can't get people back, though, and we're all right. That's what matters.
Well, Mabel, I wish you luck. I see you have some cleanup to do.
Got a lot of cleanup to do.
Yeah, I wish you the best of luck.
But everybody's okay. That's the main thing.
That's right.
Everybody's alive.
Not everybody was at Mabel's last night. Was the wind loud?
Yeah. It blew everybody's shirt.
Some families came here.
City police can help you.
Why not another shelter? Why the police station?
It was the last minute. We waited too late.
Celeste Bruce and her son Jude.
I've never been through this before.
You'll have to call the state police.
What kind of questions are people calling in with?
Do we have electricity? When are we going to have electricity?
Can you answer those questions yet, or too early?
I can give what I can know.
It's answers Celeste, Jude, and their friend Sherry are looking for.
This is the first time we've been out of the police station. Since yesterday at about 4 or 5 o'clock.
As they try and make their way home.
I don't have no idea what to expect when I go over there.
Trees are in the way, Mom.
Look at that stop sign, y'all.
The hurricane is now behind them, but there is still danger.
Careful of the wire, careful of the wire. Move to the right a little bit.
Look at my leg.
Your leg is shaking, it is. Terry, if we made it through last night, we got to make it through this.
Yeah, we can't even get through.
Oh my God.
We can't even get through. Y'all want to try and walk over there?
Just beyond the tree?
Oh, my picture. Oh, my memory.
This one has the roof off of it a bit.
Ooh. Oh, careful with the power lines. Which one's your place, Sherry?
That's the house right there with the Toyota in the front.
Well, it looks intact.
My roof is still on. My windows are still there. My door is still there.
You survived pretty well.
Very well. I wasn't expecting to.
I didn't expect to see you smiling.
I wasn't expecting to be smiling. And that's my landlord lives right there. Her house is in there.
Believe it or not, despite all the damage, there are a lot of happy endings, just like that one in New Iberia. A lot of people expressing a great sense of relief that the same kind of devastation they saw in South Florida didn't happen here or to their homes that they feared so much. Now, it may take days to restore power and clean up the streets, but you have to remember this is a small town, a town that's already beginning to pull together and help one another out, a town that's already receiving a lot of helping hands from surrounding communities. So in the midst of this great tragedy, there are happy endings. Dan?
Giselle, what about the other woman and her child? Are they all right?
Yeah, believe it or not, they too sustained very little damage. Their windows were intact. They live in government housing. They were very concerned, but they took all the preparations necessary, put their furniture aside, their trinkets in closets, and even in the refrigerator. And now, believe it or not, Celeste is very worried about getting back to work and getting her life back together again. Dan?
I can believe it. Thanks, Giselle. Andrew was a killer hurricane. 16 dead in the United States alone and still counting, 15 dead in Florida, 1 so far known killed here in Louisiana. Those are numbers, but who were they who faced the fury? In Florida City, we're told the story of Herman Lucerne. He insisted on staying in his beloved home in his beloved town. Neighbors tell us that the former mayor of Florida City had ridden out every hurricane since the 1930s. A neighbor checked the 76-year-old man's home after the worst of the storm had passed. Herman hadn't made it this time. He is survived by his 2 dogs, who stayed loyally by his side in the wreckage of his home. I'll have more in a moment, so stay here with us.
They couldn't have their own children, so adopting Megan was the answer to their prayers.
Then the devil came by and ripped her away from us.
The birth mother got her baby back. So whose baby is she anyway?
The state told us that this would never happen.
Watch an all-new Street Stories with Ed Bradley, Thursday night at 9.
Now, when life turns up the heat.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. I'm Jeff Green.
Can't wait to meet you.
There's Degree antiperspirant. Degree's body heat activated to release extra protection.
1 more minute.
Okay.
Every time your body heat rises, Degree turns on that extra protection. So when you really need it, Degree keeps you fresher, drier.
Jeff? Hi.
Hi.
Degree, your body heat turns it on.
Are annual credit card fees sending you through the roof? Carry the card that charges no annual fee and stay on firm financial ground. It pays to discover.
This is the time to use Ace Paint. Hey, Ace knows what it takes to make great paint because Ace makes its own. Ace Paint, top quality in every drop, guaranteed.
Ace 7-Star, their best latex house paint, is just $11.99 a gallon.
Another reason Ace is the place for you.
President Bush hurried today to officially declare parts of Louisiana federal disaster areas, just as he did when Andrew struck Florida. And he has postponed some other politicking to fly right down to the storm-ravaged areas with promises of quick federal aid. He's changed his ways from 3 years ago when he was criticized for delaying a visit to Charleston, South Carolina, and the victims of then Hurricane Hugo. Now, you may remember something about the family of Camille and Michael Giraldi. 60 Minutes' Leslie Stahl reported on this remarkable family last year. The couple has 19 children, 17 adopted. They lived in Kendall, just south of Miami. You may remember something about that neighborhood. It was hard hit the other day by Andrew.
We have total devastation here. You know, our homes are just totally destroyed. The roofs are caving in each day. They fall in more and more.
It's just incredible.
This is devastating because this has been my whole life. It's been 26 years of work to finally get this home. We unfortunately don't qualify for very much, and we pay for everything ourselves other than, you know, what people are kind enough to give to us. I'm hurting real bad for the children. It's very difficult right now. And I said to Mike, when he was so devastated yesterday, he said to me, what do we do? Where do we start? And I said to Mike, something better will come from this, and I know that, even though we can't see it. Everything's worked out for us with all these sick children, and I know that something better will come. It always has.
There are big hurricanes and there are strong hurricanes. Sometimes they're big and strong, Carla and Hugo. Andrew was medium-sized and strong, but it'll be long remembered for its sheer destructiveness. There's one thing working South Florida and South Louisiana these past couple of days that I've been reminded about from those who have survived hurricanes, and that is the sheer randomness of nature's violence. The other thing is that once you've gone through a hurricane, you tend not to take things for granted, such as a roof over your head, drinkable water, maybe a little warm water. You certainly don't take for granted your family and friends. You take far fewer things for granted once you face the fury of a hurricane. I'm Dan Rather. That's our live 48 hours hurricane special for tonight. Coming up, your late local news. But first, a look ahead to our next report.
These people are missing. Keep an eye out for them.
High school friends in a heartland city.
We were just kind of wondering where you were.
Gone.
That's eerie. Scary.
Without a trace.
Where are these three women?
These leads are getting thin.
A cop's crusade.
Do you mind if we look? We're checking all the apartments.
So, really, no news.
A family's ordeal.
They're not dead.
Have you seen them?
Pray to bring them home safe.
Another all-new 48 hours next week.
They're the most. Go inside Hollywood with Entertainment Tonight at 10:35. Now stay tuned for Louisiana's news leader, Channel 4's Eyewitness News Night Watch, next on WWL-TV.
For a transcript of this program, send $5 to 48 Hours Transcripts, Box 7, Livingston, New Jersey, 07039. And to order a VHS cassette of tonight's broadcast, call 1-800-338-4847.
Experience CBS News.